Are we ready? People say the fame got to her head. Nobody really knows what happened. Until now. I mean, where do I even start? Nicole was always the center of attention. I mean, she just loved it. She was always performing or singing or dancing. She'd even put on these little concerts for her parents and she'd sing all of her favorite songs. So you'd think, yeah, she's gonna go to school for music or become a famous musician by the time she's 18, right? Well, after she graduated high school, her and her childhood friend Angela took the leap and moved to Chicago. I mean, two childhood best friends moving to the big city. What could go wrong, right? That's when she met Eric. Eric Gilbert was your typical 21-year-old guy. He always going out with friends to bars and clubs, and when Nicole came across Eric, the two hit it off right away. One night, Angela and Nicole went to this small karaoke place downtown to try and meet friends, maybe some boys, and Eric was there that night. Nicole decided to sing a song for karaoke because, obviously, and Eric took notice of Nicole right away, so he offered to buy her a drink. Turns out, Eric was a music producer who worked for a record label in the city. Once Nicole learned that, she was sold. They began going out for more karaoke dates because Eric just loved watching her perform. Shortly after they began dating, Nicole learned about Eric's past of addiction. Eric would go to these all-night parties at his record label where he would take anything and everything. He insisted to Nicole that that was in his past and it wouldn't be an issue because he had gotten better. When she told Angela, she was a little apprehensive at first, knowing that Nicole would never surround herself with people like that. Eric began bringing Nicole to these huge parties with his friends where drugs and alcohol were abundant. Of course, being surrounded by musicians and music producers, she didn't always want to seem like the good girl she made herself out to be, so she really thought, this is the music industry. I need to fit in order to get a foot in the door. After a year of this, Angela is incredibly worried for her friend because she'd never seen this side of her. As far as Angela knew, the Nicole she once knew was gone. Around August of 1994, Nicole found out she was pregnant. These two early 20-year-olds who party nearly every night are about to be parents. Both Nicole and Eric decided that they had to change. They started holding each other accountable to stay clean, and for the most part, they did a great job. Eric stopped going to those parties, which meant Nicole wouldn't go. They were inseparable, so wherever Eric went, Nicole went. During this time, too, Nicole was working on her first album. She had been writing music throughout the year, and they had been partying, but pursuing music was on the back burner for the most part. She decided to dedicate it to her daughter. Sharon's Room was her first album, and turned out to be her only album. Only a few days before she gave birth, her album released. It was a huge accomplishment for both Nicole and Eric, since he had been such a huge part in recording and producing the album. That was like their first baby. Nicole quickly fell into a postpartum depression after she gave birth. She tried her absolute best to take care of Sharon and her new music career, but she just couldn't juggle both for months. She struggled months of Eric going on these press interviews in Nicole's place, going back to big parties for the album, coming back at early hours of the day after being out all night. She was lonely. She felt abandoned. Eric had been there for all this time and now he's just gone. It wasn't until Sharon's first birthday, April 3rd, 1996, that everything took a big turn for the worst. Nicole was still struggling to climb out of this hole that she had fallen into, and that evening, Eric returned from work at 6:30. He wasn't sober from the looks of him, and Nicole was all too used to the signs since she had known him at his worst. An argument escalates between the two, and at about 8 p.m. that night, Eric gives Nicole her medications, the ones she's been prescribed, and leaves for the night. That was the last time Nicole was seen alive. When Angela, the following morning, came to check on Nicole at 7:45, she discovered Nicole's body on the couch, and Sharon was nowhere to be found. According to the coroner's report, her death was ruled an overdose. There was no signs of struggle, and she had lethal amounts of non-prescription drugs in her system. But what no one could figure out was, where the hell did Sharon go? Between the time that Eric left and when Angela came back to check on her in the morning, nobody knew exactly what happened. I'm the only one who knows the truth. I've been really terrified to come forward about what really happened. What happened to my parents is not what people think. So what really happened? On my first birthday, Eric returned to the apartment at about 5 a.m. My dad saw my mom on the couch, unresponsive. He looked at the medicine that he had given her and realized that he gave my mom 3 Valium pills, double the lethal dose. The coroner saw this and immediately thought overdose. It made sense. He panicked. He brought me to the nearest foster home, gave them a letter addressed to me, and told them to make sure I read it when I was 18. I was adopted pretty soon after, and the letter was given to them to give to me at 18. Eric was never seen again. Alive or dead, nobody knows where he ended up or what happened to him. I would love to know what really happened. With coming forward, I want to prove to people that my mom didn't die of an overdose. She loved me. What happened to her was tragic and unexpected. But at least people know the truth. I feel like a weight is lifted off my shoulders. I have been the only one to know the truth, but now everyone knows.